Lleyton Hewitt serves first point, semifinals.
Sam, get ready because this is what it's going to be all day long. Agassi dictating pace as we see there. Message left up in the sky.
They have the Sky Riders up there. They're planes that fly and they shoot out the little jets. And it says,
I love New York.
I love New York. Players trading points to start this match. Lleyton Hewitt and Andre Agassi tied with Carlos Moya this year for the most titles of the year. They've each won 4.
Moya back in good shape after a couple of years off. Wandering around the 50s and 40s. He's a guy who should be top 10. Easily.
Hewitt had a chance to win his 5th title of the year against Carlos Moya in Cincinnati and lost in the finals to Moya. Well, Lleyton Hewitt gives up 1 point in the opening game. He holds serve to start the match. Hewitt leads 1-love.
Sam, and I think the most interesting component to this match, and it doesn't show in the statistics, is the will. These are two of the best competitors of all time. The more you throw at them, the better they come back at you. Agassi, of course, at 32, in the best shape of his career, playing unbelievable tennis as we've seen by his latest results. But Hewitt really just willing his way to the top of the tennis world the last year.
And maybe Hewitt has had a little bit of an advantage in that department. He's won the last 3 matches against Agassi. Of course, this is a much different environment here in New York, in the United States. Everyone pulling for Agassi and Sampras to meet in the finals. See if Agassi can get this crowd into the match and feed off of him. Hewitt, of course, will try to prevent that.
The crowd after the Sampras match, which we could call the appetizer. I mean, no disrespect for Pete, but this is a match that a lot of people came to see as a second match, and they're still outside, and Agassi might need their help rather soon here.
Love 30.
I was talking to the Australian boys earlier and throughout the week in anticipation to this match, and what they tell me is that they just feel that Agassi cannot hurt Hewitt. Hewitt loves to run from side to side counterpunching, and Agassi will have to be very sharp to win.
And now 2 break points for Lleyton Hewitt in the opening Agassi serve game. Dangerous for Agassi to fall down a break so soon.
Don't like the look in Agassi's eyes here.
Well, it's called good, and Lleyton Hewitt strikes first. And he takes a 2-love lead here in the opening set.
It's great recovery there by Lleyton Hewitt, painting the line. Agassi knew it.
Came from the outside back in, so Lleyton Hewitt attempting to become only the 7th man in the Open era to win back-to-back U.S. Open titles, up 2-love here in the opening set against Andre Agassi, a 2-time champion of this event. And a lot of empty seats right now. People taking a little bit of a break because these guys came out basically within 10 minutes after Sampras had left the court.
Believe me, by the time Agassi goes to serve in the next changeover, he's going to have to wait because it's going to be an avalanche of people coming in.
Well, it's such a hot day to sit and watch tennis. And now Agassi up love 30, looking to get the break back.
Oh, great point by Lleyton Hewitt. And that's the advantage Hewitt has over Agassi. I think Hewitt is a better volleyer, and he defends better than Andre Agassi, and that's where he hurts Agassi. See, coming into the net with a good touch, and Andre not able to get to that shot. Looking a little sluggish, Agassi, here at the beginning.
Lleyton Hewitt's first trip into the net, but still down 15-30. And Hewitt recovers for 30 all.
First place.
Good angle there by Andre Agassi with the backhand.
And now a break chance for Andre Agassi.
13-14.
And as well as both of these guys return, you would have to think we will probably see a few more breaks of serve than we saw in that last match. When we saw 2 breaks. Sampras was able to break twice the Schalken serve. That was it. So another second serve coming from Hewitt. Agassi nets the forehand at break point, and now Deuce, you can see the sweat just pouring off of Agassi already. That gives you an idea just how hot and humid it is today. Having to go to the towel on just about every point. So hot in the last match, Pete Sampras' pregnant wife Bridget had to get up and leave the match, watch it somewhere else.
Oh, unbelievable shot by Hewitt. Generating his own power there.
It's not a counter punching point here.
Surprised Andre Agassi with the down-the-line forehand.
And now Lleyton Hewitt poised to take a 3-love lead after being down a break point in this game. And he does. So Hewitt lets Agassi see a break point in that game, but Agassi can't take it, and it is 3-love to start the match. The #1 player in the world in control early.
You think it was the heat of the temperature or the heat of the match that made Mrs. Sampras leave?
I think it was the heat of the temperature. I know this summer in covering the Masters Series events, Tim Henman's wife Lucy is expecting their first child, and she also would have to get up during the match. Just got too hot. But if you are watching this on television, wherever you are around the world, I can assure you have the best seat in the house and probably the most comfortable seat. And this a match we've all been waiting for, and as Nico said, the fans streaming in during this changeover. Of course, they're not allowed to come in until the change-of ends. And this has been our first changeover of the match. The fans are allowed to come in. First sit-down changeover. So the atmosphere will probably be changing here shortly, but Agassi's already down a break of serve. He will need all the help he can get to climb back into this first set. This is this is the first match between these two in a Grand Slam. And right now it's been all Lleyton Hewitt. Agassi trying to pick up his first game of the match, serving to Hewitt at love 3.
And so far, the Australian people's theory proves right. Agassi not able to hurt Hewitt in those exchanges from the back of the court. Agassi does not get the call.
Well, Agassi thought it was out. It's called good. Hewitt's such a fighter, too.
Yeah. Look out. No. Way out.
So a tough call for Agassi. Point goes to Hewitt. And actually, Nico, they overruled it.
Oh, really?
It's 15 all. And Agassi comes back with the forehand winner, 30-15. That was the quietest overrule I've ever heard, or didn't hear. But as you could see from that first point, the replay showed it was clearly out, so a good call. And now Agassi, 40-15, a chance to pick up his first game in this match. Hewitt watches the Rocky movie, Rocky Balboa, before his matches to fire himself up.
Oh, what a great shot by Hewitt. An unbelievable touch. Agassi barely got to it and actually touched the net before Hewitt won the point. Just take a look at from where Hewitt hits that shot, and there's no chance for Andre to do anything with it.
I mean, we are talking about two of the fastest guys in the business. Andre Agassi recovers. He holds serve for the first time in this match. But it's Lleyton Hewitt up a break, serving now at 3-1.
What I like about this match, Sam, is the fact that both of these guys thrive in this type of situations. They just love challenges, and for both of them, this is a challenge. Agassi, of course, the older of the two, has something to prove here, And Hewitt, the defending champion, he's the young kid in the block here, so also coming in here with something to prove.
Just to back up what you're saying there, Nico, for Lleyton Hewitt, this is just his 4th U.S. Open, if you can believe it, already a champion. And for Andre Agassi, this is his 17th appearance here at the Open, more appearances than any other man in this year's draw.
A long ways to go to match with Jimmy, though.
Yeah.
Jimmy Connors played a few years. I think Andre, I don't know why, but for some reason I think he's going to stick around for a long time to come.
Agassi at 32 years of age. He's the 8th oldest semifinalist of the U.S. Open in the Open era. And he now has a love 30 lead. Desperately trying to get that break back.
Great return. Agassi showing some fireworks from Darren Cahill there.
And now Agassi with 3 chances off of this return.
Best return in history, my point of view.
Love 40. And Andre Agassi gets the break back. So we're on serve once again. And as the crowd files in, Agassi's game picks up. He'll serve at 2-3. Well, each player with 4 winners to start this match. 4 unforced errors from Hewitt, 6 for Agassi. There's that last game point.
Agassi just so quick to pick up the duration of that serve and hitting it heavy and deep. There's no way Hewitt could react to that. The ball coming back faster than it went.
Yeah, we've talked about the Agassi match with Max Mirny and the fact that Mirny's fastest serve of the night was 132 miles an hour, and he didn't win the point. Agassi rocketed it right back at him. And for Lleyton Hewitt, he's very much improved his serve. That's one of the things he's done to his game over the last year. But against Andre Agassi, he will have to serve very well. Because when Agassi gets comfortable on those returns, he is extremely difficult to beat.
Looking very comfortable in that last game.
Well, a hot afternoon here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. The tennis heating up as well. Each player has had a break of serve in this opening set. It was Hewitt breaking Agassi in the second game of the match, and then Agassi breaking in the last game to get us where we are at this moment. Agassi serving at 2-3, first set.
Agassi picking on that Hewitt backhand, especially with that angle cross court.
Well, even in just now entering our 6th game, we've already had a couple of momentum shifts here. First it was all Hewitt, and now Agassi seems to be grabbing the momentum back.
Somehow I don't think it's going to be staying like this for long.
Back and forth.
There we go. Andre Agassi looking for that net to close out the point. That's going to be something you're going to see during this match, because Hewitt, a
13 off.
great ball retriever, as we can see here, he'll get to everything. So Agassi's got to use the short ball and come in and finish off the points.
Just the second time Agassi's approached the net in this match. And now 40 love for Agassi to even this first set at 3-all. I think you would probably agree, Nico, Agassi has been the most impressive of the 4 semifinalists en route to the semis.
Oh yes, no question.
He has been the sharpest. Again, only 8 hours and 30 minutes for his 5 previous matches. And he holds serve here, 3-all.
And the crowd, you can hear them more now than at the beginning of the match.
Crowd a lot more into this than they were at the start of the Sampras match. Of course, Lleyton Hewitt, as you said, thrives in this environment as well. Sometimes even more so when he's the underdog, or when he's not the crowd favorite. And a double fault for Hewitt to start this game.
Little pressure.
There's his girlfriend, Kim Kleisters.
They could play some good mixed doubles, these 4. Miss Agassi also has a few titles to her name. Probably has more than these 2 boys combined.
Andre Agassi with 7 Grand Slam titles, 2 of which have occurred here at the U.S. Open. Lleyton Hewitt really just getting going in his Grand Slam quest. Winning Wimbledon this year, the U.S. Open last year.
Going for the perfecta. Not many people have done that. Oh, great shot by Hewitt, attacking now, making Agassi move.
Huge forehand from Hewitt, 40-15. Yeah, the last guy to win Wimbledon and the U.S. Open in the same year was Pete Sampras. That was back in '95.
Prior to that, he did it in '93.
Game point for Hewitt.
Oh, great shot.
Now Lleyton Hewitt picking it up in that game. He gets the hold of serve after being broken in his last service game. And he stays in front 4-3.
The other 2 guys to do it before Sampras, Sam, are going to be in action later on today. John McEnroe and Boris Becker in '84 and '89, respectively.
You might want to hold on to those stats, because we have to do that match. Bring that up a little later. Well, Andre Agassi at 32 years of age, playing some of the best tennis in his career. He was 3rd in the champions race at the start of the U.S. Open, but has moved up to number 2, and that is as high as he can get even if he wins the U.S. Open.
Can't pass the guy he has sitting across from him.
Right. So the first serve percentage, Agassi 87%, basically 9 out of 10 first serves in. It's in Lleyton Hewitt with the bigger serve so far in this early first set.
Yeah, he cranked one up there, 121. What is that?
Agassi 115. Again, I think that's probably the most improved part of Hewitt's game this year is that serve. He's able to go to a bigger serve now when he needs it.
Well, every year you feel you have to bring something new to the tour because the locker room talk there is fantastic. Everybody just finds out what you're doing through word of mouth, and you got to implement new things, especially if you're playing on TV and everybody's watching you every other week. That's a big advantage for the other guys.
Well, right now we've had breaks of serve from each player in this opening set. Some good stuff going on here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Andre Agassi will be serving at 3-4 in the opening set of the second men's singles semifinal on this Saturday. New balls. Too good.
Great get there by Hewitt. Agassi had the easy forehand, and Lleyton guessed right. He went to cover the cross-court shot and passed Agassi easily with that lob. Agassi facing the sun from that side, difficult to see for the overhead.
Especially on that ad side. Agassi with more hard court titles than any other player in the Open era. 40. Actually, all of their 6 previous meetings have been on hard courts as well. As we mentioned, Hewitt with a 4-2 lead in the overall series. He's won the last 3 matches.
Yeah, these guys just get on the clay to prepare for Paris, and that's it.
Yeah.
They don't like getting their socks dirty.
Yeah. Agassi, though, has won the French Open, won it one time in his illustrious career.
Should have won it a couple, losing the final to Andres Gomez in 1990 and also Jim Courier.
And now Agassi levels the score once again, 4-all. And what's been surprising to me, Nico, is that these 8 games are going by much faster than the 8 games did Sampras and Schalken. We thought that would be a pretty quick one, and it turned out to be quite a long affair for a straight set victory. These guys just don't take the same amount of time in between the points, even though the points are longer.
Andre just plays in an incredible pace, and I think Lleyton Hewitt, also a pretty fast player himself. That helps. If you count the time that the ball is in play and the time that the guys are taking between points, it's, you know, it's a small percentage that you're really playing, and these guys don't fool around. They go right for it.
Now 15-love, 4-all, first set. Hewitt now up to 9 unforced errors, 3 more than Agassi.
Yeah, strange, especially in the last 4 or 5 games. You know, since the 3-love start, he's been making more mistakes. Another one for you.
third double fault for Hewitt in this opening set. It gives Agassi a little bit of a chance here now at 15-30. Don't want to give Agassi breathing room, and he's returning.
Oh, great return by Andre Agassi. He's creating that short ball opportunity for him, and then he went a little close to the line, but he still got the break point.
As a result of this, Agassi has 2 break points, 15-40. There's Hewitt. Going back to that serve, 125 miles an hour.
Now that's the fastest one so far.
Still a break chance for Agassi. It's a huge game because Agassi could try to serve out the set. There it is. Andre Agassi has control of the set. He will serve for it. Up 5-4.
Agassi playing a little game of cat and mouse there with Lleyton Hewitt, opening him wide to the backhand to open up the forehand corner, and that's exactly where he went with the down the line backhand, surprising Lleyton Hewitt.
You see Lleyton Hewitt with 10 winners, 10 unforced errors. Agassi 6-6. Forced errors. Hewitt with 10, Agassi with 6. So Agassi being a little more aggressive, causing problems a little more for Hewitt.
Takes drinks in small sips.
How does he get any in his mouth? I mean, we have those bottles up here, and the opening is tiny. I think it just may be a little bit of nervous thing there.
Well, if you push on the bottle, it actually
Squirts.
out.
I think you should just take the top off. You know? Drink it like a man there.
He's the man now.
He is. He is the man right now. You're right.
Well, so far today, the man has been Pete Sampras.
Yep.
Impressive win there in the semifinals earlier today.
And now Andre Agassi with a chance to take a 1-set-to-love lead, up 5-4. Agassi has only lost 1 set in this U.S. Open. That was in his last match against Max Mirny. He lost the first set of that quarterfinal in a tiebreaker.
Thank you.
Oh, sweet. It's great playing by Agassi, moving Hewitt from side to side. And the serve, Sam, not as big a factor in this match as we had in our last one, but still Agassi able to dominate the point a lot better when he's serving. Great preparation going over the ball without overhitting it.
Now 15 love. Hewitt going for the backhand, misses, and now Agassi 2 points from the opening set. And now triple set point for Andre Agassi. 40-love, up 5-4. Hewitt broke Agassi in the second game of the set. Agassi has broken twice. And now serving for the opening set, 40-love. And Andre Agassi in 35 minutes closes out the first set. Coach Darren Cahill standing and applauding, as are the majority of these fans here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Andre Agassi up 1-0 over Lleyton Hewitt.
And you know, about half the people in this audience is already thinking about an Agassi-Sampras match, if not more.
Absolutely.
Don't count out Lleyton Hewitt, though. This boy is a fighter.
Well, if we think we've had a lot of hype and build up for Roddick, Sampras, or Hewitt, Agassi, imagine what it would be for Agassi, Sampras.
You know, that's what both of these guys want. Also, they just love going at each other.
Agassi, after being down love 3 in the first set, responds in 35 minutes with a 6-4 victory. 75% first serve percentage for Agassi.
You like that? It's been jumping at your eyes for a while, that percentage.
It really has. I mean,
and he hasn't gone up. I think that is a strategy of Darren Cahill's and Andre talked about before the match. Agassi not going above 115 miles per hour. I mean, he doesn't want to give Hewitt a second serve, or maybe he just doesn't want to give him too much pace to hit at. And there you see the times that Agassi had break points, just 2 breaks for him out of 4 opportunities, and Lleyton Hewitt just had 1 opportunity and took advantage of it right at the beginning of the match. He got off to a 3-love start, and since then he only won 1 game to Agassi's 6. So Agassi playing a smart match so far.
And Agassi has starting to approach things a lot more with his mind here as he gets into his 30s. Even the way he sets up his schedule for the year. This is only his 12th tournament of 2002, and he basically says, you know, for me to compete at the level I want to compete at, I cannot play every week. And even if that means paying a sizable fine, so be it. And it's paid off for him.
Time.
So the #1 player in the world down a set to Andre Agassi, 2-time U.S. Open champion in '94 and '99. It'll be Lleyton Hewitt serving to start the second set. For Lleyton Hewitt, the #1 seed. The #1 seed has only won this tournament 8 times in the Open era. The last #1 to win it was Pete Sampras back in '96.
Agassi that much more stronger than Lleyton Hewitt. Agassi bench presses up to 300 pounds, and he just took the initiative away from Hewitt in that first set, and I think we're going to see Hewitt trying to be a little more aggressive here.
Now Hewitt holds at love to start the second set. So a good start for the #1 player. It's Andre Agassi up a set. Also, I think it should go. We should mention, Nico, that this has been the first time we've seen a side of Lleyton Hewitt, the sportsmanship side. He's done a lot of applauding his opponent's good shots. He's not been quite as demonstrative on the court as we've seen him in years past.
Well, he's maturing. Agassi not getting the call again on the same line.
No overrule this time.
The problem was that his feet were obstructing the linesman's view there. And that ball hit the line.
Yeah, clearly in. Agassi working it. And now Agassi falls down love 30 in his first service game here in the second set. He was broken at this stage in the first set. And now 3 break points for Lleyton Hewitt. Again in the second game of a set. One save, 2 more to go for Hewitt if he needs them. Now Lleyton Hewitt down to his last break chance. Agassi serving at 30-40.
Hewitt going there with the come on yell.
And Hewitt breaks to take a 2-love lead here in the second. So deja vu. This is exactly how the first set started. But you see the result was that Agassi was able to get through it. And the ball was out.
Gotta love that camera.
Just wonder how long it'll take for that to be implemented into an umpire's chair somewhere, if ever.
Difficult.
Would really cut down on the arguments.
Yeah, but you'll pump up the expenses. A lot of enforced errors for these guys, Sam.
13 for Hewitt, 11 for Agassi. Both with more unforced errors than winners.
Here we go again.
And now Lleyton Hewitt giving Agassi a little glimmer of hope here. Love 30. 4 double faults for Lleyton Hewitt. triple break point for Agassi to get right back in this second set.
As we said, the serve not a big factor. You know, it doesn't really matter where we see there the break points used by the opportunities by both players.
Both players even in that category, but now Agassi with his 5th chance in the match. So Andre Agassi breaks right back. And we're on serve once again. 1-2 now, second set.
Hewitt leads 2-1.
Well, that's one of the good things about this match is it's just so unpredictable. You know the other guy always has a chance receiving, unlike the previous semifinal when you just felt like there was no way Schalken was going to break Sampras. In this match, both guys' returns very much a big part of their games. And the stands keep filling up. Good day to work on your suntan. See a lot of shirts off.
Where do you see him? I don't see that many shirts off.
There's one there, a couple up at the top there. One man.
I just wasn't looking. Now that you mention it.
Well, it's fun to watch the crowd's reaction. So this match so far has had a lot of ups and downs, quite a bit of drama. Lleyton Hewitt, the #1 player in the world, trying to get back to the U.S. Open finals for a 2nd consecutive year to take on Pete Sampras in a rematch of last year. However, Andre Agassi standing in the way, and that is a big presence. And it's Agassi now who has broken back to get us on serve once again here in the second set. Agassi serving to Lleyton Hewitt at 1-2.
Characteristic unforced errors by Lleyton Hewitt, obviously created by the pressure Agassi puts on him, trying to put the ball deep so Agassi doesn't get on top of him from the beginning.
Good angle created by Agassi. And now 40 love. Now Agassi covering a lot of ground in that point, but it pays off.
He's in good shape.
And now 2-2 in the second set here in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
2-2.
Lleyton Hewitt with 4 titles this year. He won 6 last year, including the U.S. Open and the season-ending Masters Cup. Going through a guy who's playing in his 49th Grand Slam, Andre Agassi.
He's got 7 titles, looking for his 8th.
Another unforced error from Hewitt. He's up to 18 now. Gives Agassi his first point in this game. Oh, great point.
Great touch there exhibited by both players. Andre Agassi with the drop shot from the back of the court. Hewitt, as is expected, got to the ball. Agassi with the angle there, but do it very good at the net.
Well, they're just both able to create so many shots. Fun to watch. Never know what you're going to get. And now Hewitt with his 4th ace. Gets him now to 40-15, a chance to stay ahead here in the second set. And Hewitt holds. So Lleyton Hewitt serving from in front here in the second, up now 3-2. And again, we've had 5 breaks of serve in this match.
You just get the feeling that Agassi is dominating the match, but then again, that's the way Hewitt likes it, in the sense that he's a great counterpuncher and that he will hurt you when he sees the opening. What happens with Agassi is that he plays so far inside the court that he doesn't give you any openings, plus the fact that he's in very good shape. So Hewitt in a bit of trouble here. I just don't see how he's going to win the points, which was exactly what we were talking about with the Australian guys, but the other way around, in the sense that Agassi could not find ways to win the point.
Hewitt's first serve percentage has really come down in this second set, 31%.
Certainly not going to help him.
Again, a lot more tennis left to be played here at the National Tennis Center. We're just halfway through once this match is over at 7 o'clock. John McEnroe and Boris Becker will play an exhibition match here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. We will have that. That's going to be a best 2 out of 3 set affair. And then the women's finals tonight. Venus and Serena set for 8:30. But right now, on this hot afternoon in New York, the second men's semifinal being played. Andre Agassi and Lleyton Hewitt squaring off, and it's Agassi serving now at 2-3 in the second set after winning the first set 6-4.
Down Down the line, backhand by Agassi, creating problems for Hewitt. I just have the feeling that he cannot defend that well when he's going wide to the forehand. Of course, Darren Cahill knows him best.
Sure.
There it is again.
Too good. But you know, you can't really say that Cahill has helped Agassi against Hewitt too much, because he's never beaten him since Agassi's been his coach.
But I'm sure they've been working at it, and he was saving the card for the right time. And I'm sure that if Agassi wins this match, he's going to be satisfied with the investment.
Sure. Oh, you missed that. And Hewitt picks up a point here, so we see it again.
Agassi has improved at the net, but still doesn't look all that comfortable, and that didn't miss by much,
no,
if at all.
And now 30 all. A bit of a loose point from Agassi.
Nothing loose about that point.
Got Hewitt way off the court.
Get the precision of the Agassi forehand, not too close to the line, but far enough to get Hewitt outside the court.
And now game point Agassi. And Agassi holds 3 all. No changeover. Agassi's just going over to his chair. So he's going to grab a new stick.
Well, they change balls every 7 and then every 9 games thereafter, and Agassi has developed this habit now, as Ivan Lendl started, to change rackets every time you get new balls. The new Kevlar string he's using loses tension rather quick, he was saying the other day.
So Lleyton Hewitt, #1 player in the world, serving at 3 all, second set.
Hewitt finally coming to the net.
Well, he had to win that point.
Only the 3rd time Hewitt has been at the net in this match, and so far it's been perfect. Short ball by Agassi. Hewitt takes it on the rise. Agassi has to defend. No problem for a good volleyer like the Australian.
And now Hewitt up 30-love. Trying to stay ahead here in the second set. Here Agassi directing traffic among the ball boys. He's very, very particular about where they are.
He's also particular about who has what balls. He wants to evenly distribute the ball, so every time he goes to serve on one side, he has the same amount of balls.
Now game point for Hewitt. And Hewitt holds it love. Slams the ball in the corner. Some smiles over there from Lleyton Hewitt.
He's enjoying this.
Well, you mentioned the match they played earlier this year in San Jose, and Hewitt said that not only was it probably the best match he's ever been a part of, but it was the most fun.
They were just hitting the ball so hard, it was unbelievable. Harder even than today. The fact that it was indoor carpet, maybe the conditions were a bit better for that type of game, but the speed of the rallies was just incredible.
That's why I like watching these two. It's the pace they get on the ground strokes. They both just crush the ball. It's just back and forth, and the angles that they're able to create. See, Hewitt has not been as strong on his backhand as he has on the forehand in this match. Still no winners. 6 unforced errors. And then on the forehand, 7 of his 15 winners have come from that side, but 8 unforced errors as well. Well, getting down to the latter stages of the second set, Andre Agassi serving at 3-4. We've had 5 breaks of serve in this match. Hewitt has broken Agassi twice. Agassi has broken Hewitt 3 times. And now Hewitt pumping his fist. He knows he's got a chance at love 30. This would be a costly break for Agassi. It'd be a big one for Hewitt, because then he could serve for the second set. And Agassi prevents the break point happening. Over 15-30, still a good chance.
I still feel Hewitt should be a little more aggressive, especially right now when he's up. Great shot by Agassi off a difficult low ball inside the court. Not the place he feels most comfortable. You see Hewitt defending himself with a good slice. Andre staying down for that shot, very close to the line.
That topspin just took off when it hit the court. 30 all.
Oh, great return. Surprising Agassi. He'd never expected that.
And that return gives Lleyton Hewitt a chance now break point, 30-40, 3-4 in the second. And Hewitt, break serve to take a 5-3 lead.
And he's pumped.
He'll now serve for the second set.
You could hear that scream in Manhattan.
Well, each player now with 3 breaks.
Incredible how all the players have their way of going about it. You'll never hear Agassi scream like that. And again, we expect that. We've come to expect that from Hewitt.
And Agassi takes the opening point on the Hewitt serve.
Right back at him. Guy's got great footwork. He stays so low too.
And now love 30.
Great return by Agassi, going way inside the court. Slow serve at 83 miles per hour. Agassi taking it very early and not giving Hewitt a chance to get to that ball. Just no time. He takes that fraction of a second away from you when we see the amount of points won so far. 49-42 in favor of Agassi.
No, he missed it. But it is so much fun to watch.
Strange, Agassi going for the low percentage drop shot there. Ball hitting the line, as we can see.
And the fans wanted it called out. It was good.
But Andre did too.
Still a chance for Agassi, 15-30. Again, Hewitt serving for the set here in this game. And a double fault gives Andre Agassi 2 break points.
Another tough decision here. Hewitt going for a big second serve.
And I have seen Hewitt be very susceptible to that double fault this summer at big times.
He's got 5 double faults so far. Agassi 0.
15-40, a chance for Agassi to get right back in this second set.
Great shot. Tough moment too.
Agassi nowhere near being able to get that ball.
Agassi content to hitting balls at the Hewitt backhand, and Lleyton just took this one early, and there you see it. Saves the first break point.
Still a break chance for Agassi. You hear the fans wanting that to happen.
You think the fans want a straight set, Victor?
I think that reaction tells you. Yeah, I do. I think when it comes to Lleyton Hewitt, he is not the most popular player here in New York. I think that
I would have to agree with you on that.
they're all behind Agassi here. So 2 break chances gone for Agassi. Give Lleyton Hewitt some credit. He is a fighter. And now deuce.
Okay, doing a number
Nice
there.
catch. Another chance for Agassi.
Agassi just put the return deep into the center there. And Hewitt going for too much on the forehand. But he didn't move his feet that well there.
And the double fault gives Andre Agassi the break. Hewitt double faulting twice in that game at crucial times. They're back on serve, believe it or not. Well, not many times Lleyton Hewitt is serving for a set that he's going to let his guard down like that.
Well, you called it, Sam. I mean, that double fault and break point down, it could be a turning point of the match here. Letting Agassi get away here with that receiving that game after losing the serve, and certainly Hewitt must be disappointed about that one.
See Hewitt with 6 double faults. None for Agassi.
Lleyton going for the fresh shirt.
So we've now had 7 breaks of serve in this match. See, that first serve percentage just continues to plummet for Hewitt in this second set. He was serving for the set in that last game. Unable to come through.
That is not normal for him to be missing that many first serves.
Now Andre Agassi with second life here in this second set. He's got us back on serve and will be serving at 4-5. Agassi, one of 5 men to achieve a career Grand Slam. He's won all of the Grand Slam titles at least once. Agassi has a 4-3 overall record in the semifinals here at the U.S. Open.
It works again for Hewitt, the backhand down the line, and Agassi trying to put the rally from backhand to backhand, and so far Hewitt's been doing good when he leads into it and goes for the down the line shot.
Look at that. 15 all. And now it's Agassi's turn. This is Agassi's First semifinal appearance at the U.S. Open since 1999 when he beat Kafelnikov on his way to the title. And now 2 game points, 40-15 for Agassi. Agassi trying to even this second set at 5 games apiece. Hewitt served for the set at 5-3. His wife Stephanie, as she prefers to be called now, checking things out in the shade, and it's 5-all in the second set.
Great shot.
It's a laser.
You think Stephanie goes over the game plan with the husband?
I don't know. I mean, I would not be qualified to answer that. I mean,
that would be a good question to ask him in the press conference.
Hewitt misses, and now Agassi up love 30.
He got up too early for that one, and when he went to hit it, he was already on the way down. Let's take a look at it again. He's letting it bounce, had all the time in the world, actually chose the right side, and when he was hitting it, he was already coming down.
Well, this should give recreational players all over the world some comfort. Even the #1 player in the world misses a sitter every now and then. But love 30.
Just get the feeling that if Agassi can break here and close out the set, it would be too big of a blow for Hewitt. Oh, what a shot.
Unbelievable.
Everybody on their feet here.
Standing ovation. Agassi now with 3 break points. We got to see this again.
Just keep struggling from the back. Hewitt coming in, decides to go for the drop volley, and Agassi, as good a shape as ever,
turns on the jets. And now love 40. Triple break point at 5-all in the second.
Agassi's speed over the years is very, very underrated. He's rolling now.
So Andre Agassi, it'll be his turn to serve for the second set. Hewitt couldn't do it earlier. Can Andre Agassi close it out and take a 2-sets-to-love lead?
Agassi leads 6 games to 5.
Amazing stuff from Andre. Amazing.
I mean, that is just too good, that shot he hit. I mean, there's nothing Hewitt could do there. Well, Hewitt looks pretty still sure of himself over there. Hewitt's mother and father and girlfriend all sitting over there trying to encourage him on. His parents actually flew over and have spent the majority of the North American summer hardcourt season with him.
Well, they travel with him almost everywhere. I would say 70 or 60% of the tournament.
You know, they were in Toronto and Cincinnati, and then of course stayed through all the way to the US Open.
Very tentative there from Lleyton Hewitt, just opening the door for Agassi.
Agassi's
look at this. He took off right there. He knew where he was going.
Great anticipation. And Andre Agassi now with the break in hand. He will serve for the second set. Agassi up 6 games to 5. Again, Hewitt served forward at 5-3, but Agassi has won the last 3 games.
Very, very solid stuff there from Andre Agassi, taking control of the point from the beginning.
You could just see how far back Hewitt was retrieving those balls, as we see Andre Agassi's current coach, Lleyton Hewitt's previous coach.
Looks a bit anxious there. All of a sudden, Hewitt looking a bit lost there on the court.
Well, Agassi is just pushing him all over the place. And now Andre Agassi is 2 points away from taking a 2-sets-to-love lead over the #1 player in the world.
Agassi just hitting that forehand with tremendous pace and confidence. Missing the third one, but still putting Hewitt in the defensive.
Oh, late call, called out. Agassi with no aces, no double faults in this match.
Would have been a good time to hit the first ace.
And there's his first double fault. And it was wide, but now 30 all. And suddenly Hewitt with an opportunity here.
Here comes the first ace.
You think so?
No, but it works all the same.
Just as good. And now set point for Andre Agassi to take a 2-sets-to-love lead.
This would be big. Hewitt doesn't feel comfortable there, mimicking himself.
Agassi won the first set 6-4. Two double faults for Agassi in this game. Double faulting on set point. And it's deuce. You don't want Lleyton Hewitt to start thinking that your confidence is dropping.
What a smart shot by Agassi there, going for the drop volley, and Hewitt takes full advantage of it.
And now Lleyton Hewitt with a break chance.
Agassi never had the best of touches there at the net.
Hewitt trying to break now to get into a tiebreaker. Oh, and Agassi loses it, and we're going to a tiebreaker. So each player now has double faulted at crucial stages in this second set.
What a turnaround of events. Just 2 minutes.
And all of a sudden Arthur Ashe Stadium got quiet. So a tiebreaker will decide the second set. See Hewitt with a better tiebreak record this year. First player to 7, win by 2.
Agassi too far from that ball, and you have to think that he's not too pleased about that last game, and he better erase this in a hurry. Like you said, Sam, he doesn't want Lleyton Hewitt right there after him, chasing him on top of that 1 set all.
Some good retrieving from Hewitt, but not good enough.
Well, his attitude changed completely after the last 3 points of the last game. Got some confidence back there, and all of a sudden, Agassi was looking like the owner of the match, and all of a sudden we're fighting the set out.
So 1 point apiece in the second set tiebreaker. Oh my, wow.
Too good.
We have seen some of the greatest points at this US Open, but this one's going to be right up there with that Andy Roddick point when he ran in the stands.
Agassi was completely out of the point. Not a good choice to hit this drop shot. Hewitt drop shots back, and Agassi here goes for the down the line shot. Hewitt doesn't do enough with it.
I still can't believe it.
Take a look at that. Talk about hustle. 31 years old.
Well, we'll be seeing that point for many years. And now Agassi up 1-2 in the breaker. Should be pointed out, Andre Agassi has never won a tiebreaker against Lleyton Hewitt. Hewitt is 4-0 in tiebreakers against Agassi in their previous 6 meetings. Agassi up a mini break though in the tiebreaker, serving at 3-2. Here's his parents and girlfriend. on the line.
That was a huge forehand, and Hewitt still looking at it.
And now Agassi up 4 points to 2. They'll change ends.
Let's take a look at that one. Oh.
Well,
that was a big call.
Yep. So tough for the human eye to pick that up. And that is extremely close. A bad break for Hewitt. Not much argument, though. And now Agassi up 4-2.
Great forehand in the middle of the court, came up and the top spin volley.
How many times have you said that in your life? Top spin volley. And now Agassi 2 points away from taking a 2-sets-to-love lead. Hewitt serving at 2 points to 5.
Hewitt still in this. We would like to see Agassi taking a chance on that return at second serve. Love to get his hands on this point. Huge forehand from Lleyton Hewitt coming up right here.
Hewitt grabs the last 2 points, but Agassi still up a mini break, and now he'll have a chance to close out this set on his serve. Here's that last point.
Again, Agassi not too offensive with the return, and Hewitt takes advantage of that.
And now Agassi with 2 serve points here, up 5-4.
Long.
And now 5-all. So we are even back on serve.
Hewitt's been chasing Agassi the whole set. Ooh, payback time.
Yeah, bad call going the other way. Well, now Andre Agassi with his first set point here in the tiebreaker. However, Hewitt will be serving.
Makes you think neither of these two guys too rattled, and two missed calls going, the 2 ways, and they just went on about their business.
Yep. Now set point for Agassi. 5-6. Second set tiebreaker. It's Andre Agassi rallying in the tiebreaker to take a 2-sets-to-love lead.
A lot of emotion going here on in the National Tennis Center. Agassi, you can see he's also engulfed in it. Good atmosphere for the second semifinals. Pete Sampras waiting for a winner of this. What a set. Lleyton Hewitt just kept fighting. Just not too happy about that one. There we see the second set summary. 31% first serves for Lleyton Hewitt. Total of 43% for the whole match. 1 ace, 3 double faults. 16 on forced errors. That's not characteristic of Hewitt. To only 10 winners. He broke Agassi 3 times in 5 chances. The same number as Andre Agassi. Came to the net 7 times, winning 4 of the points. Agassi with a 61% first serves, no aces, and 2 double faults coming at a critical time. 13 winners to 20 on forced errors, but you expect Agassi to make more on forced errors because he's the one attacking. Here we see that set point, very long point. Agassi forcing Hewitt here wide, but Lleyton holding on tight. A lot of pace in the next shot coming from Agassi. This forehand right here, and Hewitt just missing it bad. Look at the reaction from Agassi right after the forehand.
Well, Hewitt served forward at 5-3. Agassi served forward at 6-5. It's Agassi coming through in the tiebreaker. A 2-minute break between the sets. That's the first best of 5 set match these two have played. It would be over if it were like the other ones.
Well, some fireworks we saw in the second set. You think the tension will increase for the third one?
Well, I've never seen Lleyton Hewitt give up, that's for sure.
Oh, no.
He fights to the end, so I would have to say yeah. And it will be Andre Agassi serving to start this third set. Agassi now up 2 sets to love, waiting for fans to take their seats. Lleyton Hewitt has only come back from 2 sets down once in his career.
Agassi came firing here in the third set. He wants this over quick.
Agassi now with 2 more winners than Hewitt in this match, 22-20. Kleister's not looking too worried over there. And Hewitt has to be concerned.
That was Andre Agassi's first stage of the match right there.
Coming in the first game of the third set.
Better late than never.
So an easy hold for Andre Agassi to start the third set. Carrying some of that momentum over into the third, and he gained in the tiebreaker. Now Hewitt serving for the first time in the third. Good start for Hewitt. Lleyton Hewitt now with 7 double faults in this match. That was a bad miss.
15-30.
And now 15-30. Agassi again with a little ray of hope here. And Agassi has broken Hewitt 5 times in this match. And now 2 more break chances for Agassi if he needs them. 15-40. Chance to get up an early break here in the third. 2 sets to love.
That first serve for Hewitt just not working today at all.
Down to 42%.
Oh, Agassi again with the hands of stone up there at the net. He had that easily there.
His feet are getting him to the ball, that's for sure.
Strange play from Hewitt.
Still a break point for Agassi. 30-40, second game of the third set.
Goes long.
And so Andre Agassi up a break early. He leads 2-love here in the third set. Will that be enough?
Lleyton Hewitt better do some looking and some finding here, because this match is coming to an end in a hurry.
Hewitt has broken Agassi 4 times in this match.
It's not only that, Sam, but he just doesn't seem to find a chink in Agassi's armor.
Yeah.
He has no way to win the point. He's not even coming into the net. He's come into the net 6 times the whole match, winning 4 of those points.
Agassi serving with new balls, but he has not showed any weakness that Hewitt could take advantage of. Staying on top of him. Hewitt showing some frustration. Screaming.
You better show something else soon.
Agassi 2 points from a 3-love lead here in the third.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
Not wide enough there in the serve for Agassi. He would taking the risk and hitting the line.
Agassi with a big first serve gets him to 40-15. Again, Agassi's only lost one set in this entire tournament. And he finishes the game off with an ace. His second ace of the match, 121 miles an hour, and it gets him to 3-love.
All Andre Agassi so far, Sam, and great demonstration of power and concentration from Agassi, who started down 3-love, and since then, you know, he just took control of the match. A lot more powerful than Hewitt, and Hewitt simply cannot beat him from the back, where Agassi plays on top of the line and pushes the Australian back. And if Agassi doesn't miss, it's very difficult for Hewitt to win a point. Plus, trying to play Agassi on your second serve, it's practically impossible. His first serve percentage has been decreasing per set, in the 50s in the first and the 30s for the second set, and right now at a mere 17%. That first game of the third set, 41% for the whole match for Lleyton Hewitt.
Hewitt in a big hole right now. See if he has the whatever it takes to fight out of it, claw his way back out.
If somebody can, it's him.
Yeah. See Agassi with 0 unforced errors through the first 3 games of this third set.
Look at those 6 to start the match. That's not a bad number against Lleyton Hewitt.
Overall, Hewitt with 35 unforced errors, Agassi with 26. Now Lleyton Hewitt up off of his chair early. Serving at love 3 in the third set, the #1 player in the world in big time danger. It's Agassi, the 2-time champion here, up 2 sets to love. And serving has not been Hewitt's strength today.
Prove you wrong right there.
Well, there's definitely a strength on that point, that's for sure.
You better do more than serving
Ace number 5.
if he wants to get back into this match.
Well, he's gotten 2 first serves in and won both points.
So he went from 41 to 42% first serves. That's not going to help him much. Oh, great shot. Typical Lleyton Hewitt.
Agassi's momentum would not allow him to even make a play on this.
Great defense.
And now 40-love for Lleyton Hewitt. Ninth double fall for Hewitt. 40-15. Now, and Hewitt finally gets on the scoreboard here in the third set. Step in the right direction.
It's the first unforced error Agassi does in this set. Still a break up, and as long as Hewitt keeps it within 1 break, he's still alive in this match. Don't count him out.
Again, what we talked about earlier, the score can be deceiving at this stage because Agassi's serving from in front, but it is just 1 break.
Oh, sweet. Andre Agassi feeling the confidence there. Playing to Hewitt's backhand and then with the down the line shot, which is used all day.
Well, Agassi dominating in this game. Now with more winners than Hewitt, up to 26. And how about an ace?
He'll take it.
40 love. Way out wide. Agassi trying to get to 4-1 here.
And you know somewhere nearby, Pete Sampras having a smirk in his face, waiting for his old rival here to play that final.
Probably sitting on a couch somewhere, resting. Well, Agassi keeping this game interesting. Unforced error and a double fault. Still at game point, but 40-30 now. He was up 40 love. If ever Hewitt had a chance, that was it. But he loses it, and Agassi holds on. He's up 4-1. Wow.
It just feels, Sam, like the #1 in the world is Andre Agassi instead of Lleyton Hewitt out here.
I would agree.
That's just the atmosphere that this match has been played under. And Hewitt with a sitter of a volley right there, just taking his eye off the ball. And that's not a mistake Lleyton Hewitt would make against probably any other player in the world. There's too much respect going on here.
Well, this is Andre's place.
Actually, Agassi's never won in this stadium. The two times he won the tournament, he won it on the other court. Today is the Louis Armstrong's court. He used to be the center.
It was 99 was his last title here. And I believe it was the year 2000 that they started playing here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. This would be the third final in Arthur Ashe Stadium. The first, Safin beating Sampras, and then last year Hewitt beating Sampras. But we are 2 games away from a possible Sampras-Agassi final.
You know what? It was my mistake. He won here in '99.
Right.
This court.
Was Arthur Ashe Stadium in '99?
Yes, because Rafter won the first one.
There's a look at Arthur Ashe Stadium on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. A lot more tennis yet to come, however. John McEnroe and Boris Becker will play an exhibition at 7, and then the women's singles final. Venus and Serena in a rematch of last year's women's final. It's scheduled for 8:30 p.m. Probably will get started, though, sometime after 9.
Patrick Rafter won the first tournament here in '97, repeating in '98. Then Agassi won it in '99, that final with Todd Martin in 5 sets.
Well, 15 all for Hewitt. A must-hold situation for him. So the defending champion up in this game, trying to stay alive here in this match. And he does. Hewitt, another easy hold. But it's Agassi up a break now, serving at 4-2 in the third.
Just feel like Agassi didn't try for much in that game. And he doesn't have as big a serve as to do the same thing Sampras does.
I was going to say a little Pete Sampras play there. Hewitt trying to turn up the heat there in that point, and then ends up getting Agassi on the drop shot. Some Aussie fans. There are a few Hewitt fans in here.
Not many. Strange play again by Lleyton Hewitt, but Agassi proves him right by missing the easy short ball once more.
Love 15. And now Love 30.
All of a sudden Hewitt with a little bounce on his step.
Again, Agassi up just one break of serve in this set. And now Lleyton Hewitt with a chance to get us back on serve here in the third.
That's what happened, Sam. I felt Agassi didn't try as hard on the Hewitt service game, and Lleyton Hewitt, it's a player that you cannot give chances to, and here he is coming right back at you.
To hold him down. Love 40. Well, Agassi saves one. Agassi with just 3 aces in this match. A good time here for another.
Two down.
Still break point though for Lleyton Hewitt. There's the Aussie fan.
The Aussie fan.
Hewitt slips and Agassi commits the error, and it's Hewitt breaking back.
Looks like Agassi got a little bit distracted there by the Hewitt fall.
Threw him off just enough. You heard him moan as he hit that shot out.
Strange. Agassi taking the foot off the gas pedal there. After being up 4-1.
These guys are really making us pay here. So Hewitt now has broken the Agassi serve 5 times. Agassi's broken 6. So now, instead of being a game away from moving into the finals, Agassi's right back on serve with Hewitt.
Agassi, very superstitious guy, keeping his corner looking the same throughout the championship. And here is a replay of how Hewitt fell, made a noise with the racket. Maybe that distracted Agassi a little bit, and there's the fist pump right back in your face.
Well, and again, Arthur Ashe Stadium about as quiet as you've heard it all day. Everyone anticipating Agassi getting through this third set much easier, but instead Hewitt has fought back We're on serve once again.
It's strange the way it looked when Agassi was up 4-1, and then how it changed the last 2 games.
So Lleyton Hewitt taking a 2-game winning streak into this 8th game of the 3rd set. This match has had a little bit of everything. It's been fun to watch. And now Hewitt serving at 3-4.
Coming up on 2 hours of play here on Arthur Ashe.
Hewitt doing a good job starting this service game. Keeping Agassi down, 30-love.
Oh, huge forehand.
Agassi wakes up.
Agassi right on top of that baseline. Deciding to go down the line to end the point. Hewitt acknowledging. There's an awfully tight second serve right there.
And now Hewitt a point away from 4-all in the 3rd. Hewitt down 2 sets to love. He's only come back once from this deficit in his entire career.
Payback time.
How about that? How far back was he behind the baseline?
Not only that, but look at the spin he put on the ball so Hewitt could not get to it. Hewitt, one of the fastest, if not the fastest guy on tour. And look at Agassi.
It's a magician.
Put a lot of spin on it.
Still game point, though.
That's the I don't want to run anymore play.
Oh, he gets it. And it's 4-all.
Still on serve, no reason to panic. Hewitt must be feeling good.
Hewitt has won the last 3 games. Let's see if Agassi can get back on track.
Hewitt is the aggressor. What have we here?
Now 15-all. Agassi trying to stop Hewitt.
Hewitt hitting his shoe there.
He does that a lot, you know. It's
You can hurt yourself.
It's dangerous, yeah.
There was a guy that used to hit his leg like that.
Really?
Huge bruises.
Now another chance for Hewitt, 15-30. This is such a critical game for Agassi here.
What's amazing about Agassi is the speed in which he plays the points, in the sense that he doesn't wait between one point and the next. Doesn't matter what the score is.
Well, Agassi, he needed that when he got it. And now a game point to move ahead 5-4. Hewitt looking for that break so he could then try to serve out this set, but Agassi a point away from preventing that. So Agassi stops Hewitt. Hewitt had won 3 in a row, but now Agassi a game away from the championship. Well, how big of a hold was that? Agassi had been up 4-1 in this set and had seen Hewitt come all the way back to 4-all. Before finally stopping the bleeding and getting the game, and now going up 5-4.
There you see the unforced errors account. Hewitt 30 winners to 39 unforced errors. Agassi 30 winners, the same number as Hewitt, to 33 unforced errors. Hewitt's 9 double faults catches your eye.
Yeah. Well, Agassi would like to see a couple more here in this next game.
And Andre Agassi is still pretty much on course to that final showdown with Mr. Sampras.
Well, this would be a whirlwind 24 hours if Agassi can win this and set up that meeting with Sampras in the finals.
I'm sorry, Sam, exactly 24 hours away.
Yeah, it's at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And that's where we are right now here in New York, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 hours from now, we'll see a couple of legends out here, John McEnroe and Boris Becker. And that'll be followed, of course, by a repeat of last year's women's final on 3 of the 4 Grand Slams this year. Serena and Venus.
What's your pick on that one?
Well, I think Serena has been winning more convincingly than Venus. Looking at it from that point of view, I think Serena is the favorite. But as you know, when you get the family together there, those emotions, you never know. And now Lleyton Hewitt serving to stay in this championship.
Still think Agassi is too passive in the return. He should be the aggressor, especially if Hewitt doesn't hit a big serve, which he didn't that time.
It's just the 12th time Hewitt has been into the net in this entire match, but he makes the most of it. And now Hewitt up 30-love. Keeping the crowd out of it as much as he can.
Agassi missing with a short forehand there, but Sam, I don't think the crowd has been that much of a factor, especially in this match. People talk about the Agassi mystique and all, but he doesn't feed off the crowd that much.
Well, Hewitt with no problem holding in that pressure situation. And it's 5-all deep into the third set. Well, this has probably been just about the most crowded I've seen Arthur Ashe Stadium, at least in the daytime. And it's been one of the more vocal crowds. They're chanting USA at the moment. And this match has just had so many different ebbs and flows, ups and downs.
I wonder if it's a big one coming up in a few minutes.
At the moment, you feel like Hewitt is gaining a little here.
Hewitt going for the kill there and getting it with a big forehand.
And now love 30 for Hewitt.
And he knew he had it the minute he hit it.
Growling after this.
What a gutsy effort by the Australian.
And finally Agassi picking up a point. It's like Hewitt digging in here. Double fault, and now Lleyton Hewitt with 2 break points. Seems like forever ago that Agassi was up a break in this set. Agassi fights one off. Still 30-40 at 5-all in the third set.
It's a good take from the top of the stadium.
And an ace evens the score.
Wow. Timing.
About 2 in a row.
Agassi all of a sudden just server, and that was not that fast. 114. I've seen Andre upwards of 125. That's certainly good enough, right on the line. Great return there by Lleyton Hewitt.
Right at the feet of Agassi, back on that baseline.
Agassi took the eye off the ball there, looking to see where the line was.
And now another break chance for Hewitt. Will give him an opportunity to close out this third set on serve. And he's got it. So the #1 player in the world has rallied from being down a break in this third set, and now he will have the chance to close it out, up 6-5. And now each player with 6 breaks of serve in this match.
The most important one is the last one, though. He certainly turned things around. Very quiet Arthur Ashe Stadium right now.
Well, Andre Agassi looked like he was going to sail through to the finals earlier in this set. He was up 4-2. Actually, he was up 4-1, wasn't he?
Yes. One break.
But it's been Lleyton Hewitt who has been the better player in the latter stages of this third set. And now the #1 player in the world with a chance to serve out the third set.
Time.
So it all comes down to this in the third set. Hewitt served for the second set at 5-3 and was unable to hold, and then went on to lose that set. See if he can take care of his serve a little better here.
You wonder what goes through this guy's mind at this stage, you know, after so many twists and turns.
Just got to go 1 point at a time now.
Forced errors creeping up on Agassi, already up to 39.
Hewitt with 41. Winners are about the same. Well, a double fault making a reappearance here for Hewitt. Up to 10 now and 15-30. See the shadow creeping down into Arthur Ashe Stadium.
What a guess by Andre Agassi. Hewitt letting him back into the point after he had that easy shot.
Can you believe this?
All court to choose from, and he hits it right at Agassi.
And now 2 break points for Andre Agassi to send this into a third set tiebreaker.
Remember when you played?
Oh boy. Oh, unbelievable. Agassi rallies, and a third set tiebreaker is in order.
What a forehand. And he was out of the point there.
13 breaks of serve between the two. Here's the last break point. Was that a swat? How did he do that?
Slap of the wrist.
Wow. Agassi for a second consecutive set. Going to the tiebreaker. Hewitt failing to close it out yet again. Agassi won the first set tiebreaker 7 points to 5. He will serve to start the third. Some great points between these two this afternoon.
Certainly the fans appreciating it. Wow, look at that slide. It looks like he was playing on clay there.
And now Lleyton Hewitt with the mini break to start this third set tiebreaker.
Agassi got two forehands back. Very, very difficult. Hewitt finally closing in. Great wrist action by Andre Agassi there.
He's taking Hewitt's best shots. But it was Hewitt who was too strong in the end. Now 2-0.
Agassi going there for a little too much.
And Agassi yet to win a point here in this tiebreaker. Still down just one mini break though. We have 2 service points here. It's 0-3.
All of a sudden, Lleyton Hewitt not missing a shot here.
And it's Agassi who looks to be pushing a little bit too much. So Agassi falls down. 0-4. And 0-5.
It looks like we're headed to a fourth set, Sammy.
Yeah, maybe so. Both players have had their chances in this third. This would be quite a comeback for Agassi. And Agassi finally gets a point in this tiebreaker. They'll switch ends, but it's Hewitt in control, 5-1. And now 5 set points for Lleyton Hewitt.
This guy just never goes away.
Agassi serving at 1-6. And Lleyton Hewitt has come back to take the third set in a tiebreaker, 7 points to 1. And we will now go to a fourth set.
Well, we better sit back and enjoy the ride because we still have a while to go in this one. And what a comeback, really, because Agassi, well, still was one game away from winning, but a 4-1 and a break. 2 sets to love up against Andre Agassi in his home court here. You got to think, well, the guy's got it pretty much wrapped up, but I didn't like his intensity when he went up for those 2 games, Sam, and I think that's really where he turned around. Hewitt came back and won an easy game on his serve and then broke Agassi practically at love, I think it was. And since then, Agassi's just not been the same. And we'll see the third set summary. Still a low first serve percentage for Lleyton Hewitt, 59% for Andre Agassi. But look at the unforced errors, 18 for Andre Agassi to Lleyton Hewitt's 14. And those 14s, I think there were 6 of them in the first 3 games.
It almost seemed like he got the break too early. That just kind of fired Hewitt up, and he didn't. He had too much time to recover from it. The fans filing out in droves after this third set to take a little bit of a break. In a hot afternoon here in New York. That's the shady side of Arthur Ashe Stadium, but the side that's in the sun, that's the side where most of the fans have left to take a break after this set. And so that Agassi-Sampras final put on hold. Lleyton Hewitt still very much alive after 2 hours and 26 minutes.
Well, Pete sitting back and relaxing, and tomorrow he's going to be the fresh one for a change.
Yeah. Sampras wouldn't mind if this goes 5, would he?
Oh, no. Let these 2 grind it out.
And it is just impossible to tell what's going to happen here. These 2 have been so unpredictable all afternoon. It will be Lleyton Hewitt serving to start the fourth set. Agassi up 2 sets to 1. Hewitt coming back in the third after being down a break to take it in a tiebreaker. First point, fourth set. Ball hitting the line. Agassi didn't even have a play on it.
Agassi counting on it going out. Look at a strange reaction from Andre here. He looks a bit down on himself, huh?
Yeah. His body language has definitely changed. See if he can pick it back up. And now 40 love for Hewitt to start this fourth set. And a love hold for Lleyton Hewitt to start the fourth. So Hewitt picking up some steam here.
And a look of worry there in the Agassi camp. Andre doesn't look too comfortable. Let's see if he can at least hold this game. And maybe in the changeover, try to get it back together. But I didn't like the way he looked there on this first game.
Well, you know Agassi's in great shape. But mentally, what must be going through his mind right now after losing that third set, being up a break?
He's certainly going to test Agassi's will.
A good start for Agassi in this game, 30-love. Of course, it was Hewitt who had the easy hold to start this fourth. Agassi trying to match him. That's confidence right there.
13-15.
And now 40-15 for Agassi. He was telling himself to think. And it's Agassi who evens the fourth at 1 game apiece. So both players holding comfortably to start this fourth set, much to the delight of these American fans.
Big break for Agassi, winning that game to get on the board here in the fourth set. Now he has something to build on. Try to forget that third set. Should be long gone by now.
And Hewitt just racing through his opening 2 service games in this fourth set.
Agassi just going for shots now, keeping the point short.
14-15.
And now Lleyton Hewitt. Another easy hold, 2-1 here in the fourth. And if Pete Sampras is watching this match, he's got to be happy with the fact that these guys are into a fourth set. The longer they stay out here, the better for him. Sampras beating Shane Chalkin on this court in straight sets earlier this afternoon. And for a while, it looked like Agassi would join him in winning in straight sets. Agassi was up a break in the third after winning the first two, but Hewitt battled back and took the third set in a tiebreaker. And that is where we are. Arthur Ashe Stadium. Agassi will be serving at 1-2 here in the fourth.
Well, and Agassi is taking a break, and so is the crowd here. Going out after that third set, pretty deflated after the Hewitt comeback. Got an anxious looking Andre Agassi there.
Gives you an idea of how close this match has been. I mean, it's just been impossible to predict a winner.
Time.
Well, halfway through the third set, we could.
We thought, yeah.
We thought we could.
Lleyton Hewitt. Early lead, but on serve here in the fourth. Hewitt has won more matches than anyone else on the tour this year, along with Andy Roddick. They've each won 52 matches. Agassi is just behind them with 45. But this is a big one. Well, Hewitt just seems to be moving with so much confidence.
Well, he knows he took a big chunk of Agassi's confidence there coming back in the third set, and he feels that the longer the match goes, the better for him. Oh, great shot.
Agassi just doesn't seem to be able to hurt him right now. And of course, that may change. It has changed back and forth several times in this match. At the moment, though, it's Hewitt, you would think, more in control.
Agassi just throwing everything he has at Hewitt, and you just sit back and wonder how much these guys have to give after being out here. What is it? Over 2.5 hours already.
Yeah, close to 2 hours, 40 minutes. And now Agassi gets back to 30 all. Trying to stay even with Hewitt in this fourth set. It's Hewitt who serves from in front. And now a game point for Agassi.
14-13.
And you can feel Agassi coming back spiritually after that third set defeat.
And you can hear Hewitt say, "Too good."
Yep. What you get out of matches like this, respect for each other, and as your career goes on and you play the guy more times, just learn to appreciate the effort.
And we've seen more of that from Hewitt in this year's U.S. Open than any other event. More of a willingness to acknowledge the other player's good shots. He's on that ball so quickly. And so far in this fourth set, it's Agassi who has been unable to make any kind of progress on the Hewitt serve. And catching a ball and not wanting to throw it back.
Yeah, some other people ask me why in tennis you have to throw the ball back when in other sports you don't, and it's because you use them evenly. 6 balls in play and try to keep them all at the same speed. All of a sudden, a little window here for Agassi.
Yeah, 30 all. Sure, this crowd's going to come to life here. Try to get him going.
Certainly needs it.
Now at that stage in the match when maybe he can draw something from the fans.
There it is, that backhand down the line, doing the damage again.
And Andre Agassi now will have a break point in the 5th game of the 4th set.
30-40.
Now 30-40, 2 all, 4th set. He'll take it. Agassi with a break of serve. We've been here before.
Agassi leads 3-2.
You can feel Agassi's level of confidence rising after coming back from that love 30 in his service game and coming right after Hewitt in this game right here. And I think Hewitt maybe let his guard down a little bit in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Nico. He didn't seem to be as sharp, as intense as he had been in the past service games, especially after those first couple of points.
Well, you could tell Agassi was down in the first 3 games of the 3rd set, and Hewitt didn't take advantage of that. And that's the story with Andre Agassi, right back at you, coming into the net, and look at this drop volley. Got a double A there. With a little spin.
Carves it.
Yeah.
And with that, it's Agassi who gets the break of serve. Here's Hewitt's reaction.
Right back to the strings. You got to focus.
Well, Agassi had the break in the 3rd set, was unable to use it to his advantage to win the match, but now he's in control of the 4th set and up 2-1. The break coming a little later in this set.
Another sudden change of directions here in this match.
Well, we've had tons of changes of direction, and I'm just wondering if we'll see even more. Well, these fans have seen quite a treat between the #1 player in the world, Lleyton Hewitt, and Andre Agassi. Pete Sampras awaits the winner for tomorrow's championship match at the 2002 U.S. Open.
And so far, this match living up to the expectations of the fans and everybody here. Been talking about this match for quite some time here at the National Tennis Center.
Well, let's see if Agassi now can consolidate that break, serving at 3-2. And the thing is, Agassi will have to beat Hewitt. Hewitt is not going to give it to him. He's never out of a match mentally. Oh, great shot.
Unbelievable drop shot there from Hewitt. He just has his talent to drop shot from the back of the court. Agassi getting to it in good fashion. Actually hitting it around the post, but too far outside the court to cover.
And for Hewitt, he just has that champion's mentality. He just doesn't lose very much. It wouldn't surprise me if the thought of losing has never even entered his mind here.
Well, I don't think so.
Now a little bit of an opening for Hewitt, 15-30.
Right back we go.
We've had 14 breaks of serve in this match. Agassi's broken Hewitt 8 times. Hewitt has broken Agassi 6. It's out.
To the relief of Andre Agassi and a few thousand fans here at Arthur Ashe.
I think everybody on the opposite side of the court here started blowing when this ball went up in the air. Blow it out. And now 30 all. Again, Agassi up a break, trying to move ahead 4-2. And now a break point for Hewitt to get right back on serve in the very next game after being broken. Agassi fights it off.
Difficult at those times not to get anxious, and Agassi played that point very smart. Oh, again a drop shot from Hewitt. This time Agassi choosing to go cross court. It's just amazing.
So much angle, even Hewitt couldn't grab that one.
How can Hewitt play such precise shots from the back of the court and make them every time? Because that's a low percentage play right there.
Hewitt can't catch up with it, and now it's game point Agassi. He can move to 4-2 here.
good.
does it.
Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
Well, Agassi is in danger of giving that break right back, but instead he holds, and it's 4-2. Agassi up in the fourth.
You just feel the drama mounting here.
Yeah, I mean, as a fan, I don't think people are still comfortable thinking that Agassi's going to pull this out. I mean, Hewitt has just got too much fight left in him.
But there was that look right after that drop shot that Agassi won right there. He looked back at his corner and not so reassuring.
Now Agassi starting to pick it up a bit.
And he knows he needs one final push.
And now love 30 for Agassi.
Love 13.
So must hold for Hewitt. If Agassi can break here, he would then serve for the match. And now 3 break points for Andre Agassi at 2-4 in the fourth set. Would give him the opportunity to serve out the match and set up that final with Pete Sampras.
Please.
And he's got it. Andre Agassi on a roll.
Agassi leads 5 games to 4.
And if ever Lleyton Hewitt needed that fighting spirit, now is the time. He is up against the wall.
You could just feel him deflating after Agassi got to that drop shot. He hasn't won a point since. Lost 5 straight after that.
Why was that such a big moment, do you think?
Well, I think he tried the play a couple of times. It's been working for him, and he just looked like he was saying, well, what else do I have to do to get this guy to break? And Agassi just too strong a will today for him. Hewitt's first serve percentage way down there at 26%, at 40% for the match. And Agassi just slapping that ball to go up 2 breaks.
Fans are looking at that point on the Jumbotron screen, the shot that Hewitt couldn't catch up with.
They're doing the Mexican wave.
Now it's been a much more festive atmosphere in here in this match. As we head into the late afternoon hours, the shadow in Arthur Ashe Stadium moves from the left to the right from our camera angles, and you'll start to see that creeping across the court. And you're right, they are doing the wave. You may see it come across your picture as these players get ready to change. There it is. It's dying out now. But Andre Agassi in position to close this match out and set up a 2002 U.S. Open final against Pete Sampras. He serves at 5-2.
An All-American final.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
New balls.
Thank you.
They won't stop. Agassi serving for the match.
He'll be doing the wave all right if he wins the next 3 points.
That was his fastest serve of the match, 125 miles an hour.
Think he wants to close it?
I think so. And now Agassi 2 points from the championship.
The crowd can smell the blood.
Triple match point. A point away from Agassi-Sampras. Not so fast.
Hewitt hit that ball very hard.
Well, you know Hewitt's just going to be swinging away now. Still 2 match points for Agassi. 40-15 at 5-2 in the 4th set.
Wow, what a return. Painting the line.
So Hewitt again swinging away, stays in the match.
Don't count him out.
And do not. 1 more match point left for Agassi. There it is. It will be Agassi versus Sampras for the 2002 U.S. Open title. The defending champion and #1 player in the world is gone. Instead, it's the old men. Andre Agassi, 32 years of age, against 31-year-old Pete Sampras for tomorrow's title.
What a show of will by this man.